presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are Fox Sports.
A big 5-run sixth inning last night propelled the Rays to a victory over the Cardinals in Game 2 of the series. Today on our Kids Sunday, rookie right-hander Jeremy Hellickson looks to snap his losing streak and help the Rays to a series win. Sundays are always full of fun on Sun Sports. Welcome to Rays Sunday Baseball, brought to you all season by Hyundai. We welcome you to Tropicana Field. This will be the wrap-up game of this 3-game series and the final interleague action for the Rays. The Rays have gone 11-6 in interleague play, and today they play host to the St. Louis Cardinals. Hi again, everyone. Welcome to an afternoon of Rays baseball. Wayne Stats with Brian Anderson. Todd Callis along in just a few moments. It will be a fun afternoon on a Kids Sunday as the Rays are even in this series with the Cardinals, and they'll send Jeremy Hellickson to the mound. Jeremy's trying to find the winning side of the ledger. He's dropped 4 straight.
Yeah, it's been a struggle for Jeremy to find that win in those last 4 starts. You know, his first 11 of the year, outstanding numbers all around. 7-3, 2.64, getting a lot of run support. And when you look at what he's done as of late, he hasn't picked up a win, and he's lost all 4 starts. However, you dig a little bit deeper into the numbers, he has not thrown the ball as badly as the numbers may indicate. 0-4, not good. The ERA approaching 5, you don't really like that. However, really the only bad start in that bunch was the first of the 4, where he lost to the Orioles. He gave up 5 earned in 5 2/3 innings. After that, he went 7, gave up 3, 6, gave up 2. Another 6-inning start where he gave up 4 3-earned runs. The Rays were shut out in 3 of the 4 games and have only scored 1 run in his 24 2/3 innings that he's thrown during that stretch. So overall, I would not panic if you're worried about Jeremy Hellickson. However, the one thing I would say is that he needs to throw more quality strikes early in the count. That's where he does need to improve.
Yeah, that's the one area that Joe Madden addressed because he's been hurt on the first and second pitches of counts. Quality strikes will take care of that. It's a big day, as we mentioned, big day for the Rays, All-Star Day. The Rays will have Hellickson against Kyle Loesch. That's the pitching matchup, and the Rays have 3 players named to the All-Star team. When we come back, Todd Callis will have more on that. James Shields will top that list, followed by Matt Joyce. And from the Rays pitching staff, Big David Price will be going as well. Todd Callis has more on that later.
final interleague game of the 2011 season, followed by the final road trip leading into the All-Star break. Cardinals and Rays wrap up this three-game series in just a few minutes. But first, the All-Stars were named today, and the Rays had not one, not two, but three different players All-Star bound for Phoenix. James Shields in his first All-Star appearance. That was expected. The other two, not so much. David Price making his second All-Star selection. He was the starter in last year's game. And then Matt Joyce, the local Armwood High School player, makes his first All-Star game. We hear from all three of them and their thoughts on reaching the All-Stars in our Geico Quotes of the Game.
You know, it was one of those cases where I was hoping, had a good May. And, you know, I didn't really know what to expect. But this last month, I was kind of planning on what I was going to do on the off days. So, you know, it's such a great feeling and a blessing and an honor to be an All-Star. You know, I called my dad and texted everybody I could as soon as I found out. And, you know, they were excited for me, of course.
I thought about it a little bit. I really didn't think that I was going to be one. But, you know, I'm very honored to be an All-Star. I'm pumped to go with Shields and Joyce, and, you know, hopefully we'll go out there and have a good time.
We're going to have a blast. I mean, I think anytime you put me and this guy together in the same dugout, no matter where we're at, we're going to have some fun.
So congratulations to those three. There's Matt Joyce loosening up right now in the Rays outfield, getting ready for a little Sunday afternoon baseball. It is a Kids Sunday and Family Fun Day at Tropicana Field, and we have the first pitch in 3 minutes and 2 seconds and counting. Dwayne Stats and Brian Anderson with all the action coming up next in high definition. Enjoy, everybody. By AutoWay. AutoWay is part of AutoNation, the largest automotive retailer in the country, so we can do big things. By Bluebell Ice Cream. July is National Ice Cream Month. Celebrate with Bluebell's newest flavor, Dessert Trio. And by Tires Plus. The plus is in everything we do. Inside Tropicana Field, Rays and the Cardinals set to square off to wrap up this homestand. The Rays have won 2 and dropped 3. Dropped 2 out of 3 to Cincinnati, and they've divided the first 2 games against the St. Louis Cardinals. Tony La Russa's lineup has Ryan Theriot leading off, followed by John Jay, and then Matt Holliday. Lance Berkman is the DH with David Freese back in third. Colby Rasmus in center field. Yadier Molina
will do the catching. He'll hit 7th. Mark Hamilton hits 8th at first, and Skip Schumacher is the second baseman, batting 9th.
Well, making the start this afternoon for the Tampa Bay Rays is right-hander Jeremy Hellickson. Will be his 16th start of the season. Even up, 7-7 record, ERA 3.18. He's lost his last 4 starts. Hasn't thrown the ball particularly poorly. Part of it's the problem who he's been facing. Josh Beckett in that stretch with a 1-hit shutout. Zach Greinke outpitched him. Jake Arrieta. And in his last 24 2/3 innings on the mound, the Rays have scored him a grand total of 1 run. That makes it tough to win, too. And this is the Rays defense, left to right in the outfield. Justin Ruggiano, B.J. Upton, and Matt Joyce across the infield, 3rd to 1st. Sean Rodriguez, Elliot Johnson, Ben Zobrist, and Casey Kochman, Jaso behind the plate. This afternoon's Rays defense brought to you by Sweet Bay Supermarket, home of the Sweet Spot.
Well, we're set to play baseball. Joe Madden has his club at 46-37. The Rays continue to run 3rd in the AL East, 5 games back. Tony La Russa's St. Louis Cardinals in a tie for 1st in the NL Central with Milwaukee with records of 45-39. Jeremy Hellickson all set to go to work. And here is the first pitch of this game. And it's a bit inside. Fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. So we're underway as the Rays and the Cardinals meet for the final time this year. Pitch is foul back, and it's 1-1. Terrio was not in the starting lineup last night, but did enter the game late. He's hitting .295. You can see there. Had a couple hits in the first game of the series on Friday. 2 for 5. Pitch missed by just a bit. It's 2-1. Dana DeMuth, the crew chief, is calling the balls and strikes of this game. There's a strike. It's 2-2. Another fastball.
And we talk about Jeremy Hellickson early in the count throwing quality strikes. That, my friends, is a quality strike at the knees on the corner.
And a swing and a miss. He went 2-2 with a changeup and strikes out Terrio.
I'll tell you what, it is fun to watch Jeremy Hellickson throw his changeup. He doesn't have that big diving action of like a James Shields changeup. That ball stays very true and straight. But boy, oh boy, is he very good with the arm action. He sells it well. And that's the whole point of a changeup. A changeup is nothing more than a 4-seam fastball with a different grip. Everything has to look the same, and Hellickson is a master at that.
There's John Jay, and a ground ball right back through the middle, and a base hit over the bag at second base. And that was an opening fastball right down the middle and right back up through the middle.
Well, that's why Jeremy Hellickson, when he has struggled this year, it has been early in the count. When I say early, I mean the first 2 pitches. Teams have been taking liberties, and you see this is why. John Jay going right after it. That's the scouting report on Jeremy Hellickson, is that early in the count, he throws strikes for the sake of getting ahead, not quality strikes. And that pitch, a lot of plate, right back up the middle for a base hit. That's why it's very important for Jeremy to try to hit the outer thirds of the plate early on.
Now Matt Holliday. Holliday hitting 3rd, playing in left field, and the pitch is a strike, and that's a better first pitch strike right there.
Well, that's absolutely. You got Matt Holliday up there. He throws a fastball right on the outside corner. That's not catching a lot of plate. It's in a good spot.
1 on, 1 out. Pitch a little bit in with a change. It's 1-1. Holliday is one of 3 Cardinals named to the All-Star team. As we mentioned, Shields, Price, and Joyce will be going to the All-Star game for the Rays. Matt Holliday, Lance Berkman, who's on deck, Yadier Molina, the catcher, also one of the 3 St. Louis Cardinals picked. Fly ball into right. Matt Joyce is there from one All-Star to another. Holiday flies out to Matt Joyce. 2 gone. And now it will be Lance Berkman. Most of the Cardinals getting their first look here at Hellickson, except Berkman. He's 1 out of 1 with a walk, and that one hit a home run off Jeremy Hellickson. Over to first, the runner is back in. Berkman hit a home run off Hellickson last September as a member of the New York Yankees. That was up in New York. He had a changeup out. Over to first again, a little closer that time as Jay is back in just ahead of the tag.
You get the feeling here, 2 outs. John Jay will run from time to time. You saw the numbers earlier, 5 out of 7. Boy, that was close. Caught him with that tag right on the elbow. Good RBI man at the plate.
Rays have the defense shifted around. The pitch is a strike. Fastball to start Berkman.
Yeah, and Jeremy Hellickson, you could see varying his times with John Jay over there at first base. He held the ball a little bit longer there. A lot of times what you'll do is take out the rhythm of the runner, get him to sink into his heels a little bit, doesn't get quite as good a jump, and then proceeded to then throw a quality strike up there to Berkman.
Here's the 0-1. And a line drive, 1 hop, picked in short right field by Zobrist. So the shift pays dividends. Berkman is out. Zobrist to Kochman. Bottom of the first coming, no score. Rays trying to get back to 10 games over 500. Here's Joe Madden's lineup today. Johnny Damon leads it off, then Ben Zobrist and Matt Joyce named to the All-Star team. B.J. Upton, it's cleanup. Casey Kochman and then Justin Ruggiano. Those 2 guys had big hits last night. John Jaso, Sean Rodriguez, and Elliott Johnson completing the Rays lineup.
Making the start this afternoon for the Cardinals, right-hander Kyle Loesch. The 17th start of the season. Very good record. Very good ERA.
Johnny Damon takes the first pitch, and it's upstairs. Damon 4 for 4 last night with a run scored. He shoots one into right center field. Jay on the run, though, and he makes the catch. Closing in on that one, 1 away.
Well, nice play by John Jay out there in right field. Now let's take a look at the rest of the Cardinal defense. Left to right in the outfield, Matt Holliday, Colby Rasmus, and John Jay. Left to right, or third to first across the infield, David Freese, Ryan Theriot, Skip Schumacher, and Mark Hamilton. Yadier Molina once again behind the plate. Today's Cardinal defense brought to you by Sweet Bay Supermarket, home of the Sweet Spot.
Well, here's Ben Zobrist. So with the bases empty and 1 out, Zobrist stepping in, and Ben has a chance to be added to the All-Star team. He takes the pitch, and it's a strike at the knees. Ben in the final man balloting as a potential All-Star this year. Alex Gordon is also on that list of Kansas City, and Adam Jones of the Orioles. Pitch is low, and it's 1-1. Paul Konerko and Victor Martinez, the other two. So it'll be a runoff, if you will, in that final man balloting among those 5. Ben fouls it back. 1-2. Of course, Ben, a member of the All-Star team in 2009. You know, and I guess there's a possibility that they could add some pitching to the All-Star team, and some talk that could open a spot for Kyle Farnsworth. So the Rays, who have 3 All-Stars right now, could have as many as 5 on this team. 2-2. It's not a cinch, but in 2009 the Rays had 5 players. 3 last year, and they have 3 this year, with a chance for maybe a couple more. And hits it on the ground, bouncing it foul. Holds the count at 2-2. James Shields will be going for the first time. For David Price, his second time. And the first time for Matt Joyce.
Well, I definitely think in the case of Kyle Farnsworth that he should. I mean, he absolutely should. He's done everything that the Rays have asked of him at the end of that bullpen.
Another bouncer foul.
And throwing the ball, I mean, extremely well. I mean, 16 saves. Okay, that's tied for 7th in the league. But, you know, the save percentage is in the top 5. And actually, the guys ahead of him, he's got a better ERA than them. He doesn't give up base runners. You know, he's thrown 33 innings now. He's walked 2 guys. I mean, he's been about as dominant as you can be. Very deserving of a spot. But you know what? There's always a couple.
Yeah,
there's always
right.
a couple that don't make it, and you can lawyer up and make a great case.
Oh, absolutely.
There's just so many spots.
That happens every year.
It does.
And it doesn't make any difference, it seems, of how many spots are going to open on the All-Star team. There's always going to be 1 or 2.
Look at the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, 3-2 and a fly ball. Holiday backs up on it. Had to make an adjustment there. 2 gone.
They could expand that to 96 teams. And guess what? Team 97 and 98 are going to be like, hey, we should have been in. We finished at 500 this year.
Yeah. But, you know, I remember one year in Houston when Art Howe was hitting about 360 at the All-Star break and didn't make the All-Star team. And that happens.
Yeah.
You know, it's guys had a great season. And so there's always going to be somebody that way. Matt Joyce fouling one back, and of course Matt very pleased that he's been named to the All-Star team. Right now 11th in the league in hitting at .302. Pitch inside.
It makes me feel better about the time when I was snubbed. Sitting at the All-Star break, you know, probably 5-5 with 4.5.
Yeah.
How do you not take that?
You know, just on personality alone.
Goodness.
Pitch is down. But how can it happen repeatedly, year after year, the way it did?
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
There were a lot of opportunities, and it never happened. I don't know what they were looking at. I guess they wanted good players.
But, you know, you display great character because you don't complain about it. You go on. You have a positive attitude. 3-1 the count.
Truth be told, I was never close enough to complain.
Base is empty with 2 gone, and Joyce up in the count. Loesch does not throw many non-strikes, and there's a little roller out the shortstop. Curio takes care of it. The Rays are up and down 1-2-3. We'll head into the second inning, and we have no score.
play 5 of the next 8 games during the day before the All-Star break. And the Rays, as Dwayne mentioned, have a chance to add to their total of 3 already that are going to Phoenix, because in the final player vote, Ben Zobrist is one of the 5 candidates. Here you have Alex Gordon, Adam Jones, Paul Konerko, Victor Martinez, and Ben. You see, you can text A1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 to the number 89269. So for Rays fans who want to vote for Ben Zobrist, text A5 to 89269. There is Ben Zobrist. And Help Zo Go is the promotional theme we're going with text A5 to 89269. The Rays have been involved with this before for Vote Los when Carlos Pena was also involved in the final player vote. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you very much for the update. So Ben Zobrist with a chance to go to the All-Star game for the second time in his career. First pitch to David Freese inside. A ball to no strikes. He lifts a high fly ball into left. Ruggiano looking up into the ceiling of Tropicana Field and tracks that one away.
Now, today's game is brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on your car insurance. Visit geico.com today.
Colby Rasmus, the center fielder. Hellickson gave up the base hit in the first, left the man. And gets a pop up to the right side. And that's a foul ball. Kochman there.
That's another way. And Jeremy Hellickson exploiting right now to take care of a lineup who's going to come out and be aggressive off of you. Say, hey, listen, he throws the ball over the plate a lot. First couple of pitches early in the count, so let's go out there and be ready to swing. How about a couple of change-ups and a couple pop-ups?
Yep.
Take advantage of that aggressiveness and use it against him.
So 2 quick outs. Here's Molina. And he takes a fastball. So after that, then now here's a fastball. Oh, I'm going to take that. It's in there.
And I'm going to put it right on the corner. That's what you want to see. And the thing
drops low.
The thing about it is Jeremy Hellickson's not perfect. I mean, it's not every pitch is going to be right on the corner. However, he just needs to do, the reason that we're making a big deal about it is because he needs to do a better job of it and work more towards the outside than he has in the past.
High fly ball back into deep left center field. That ball's got some carry and will get out of here. That's a changeup, and Molina hits it out. So Molina, just named to the All-Star team, hits his 5th home run of the year. And St. Louis breaks out in front 1-0.
Yadier Molina put a really good swing on that pitch, and that's a deep part here at Tropicana Field. He just juiced it. That was a changeup that stayed middle in. See, Hellickson didn't even turn his head around. That ball, he wanted it away. It was just a mistaken location, and Molina made him pay for it.
And that's the 11th home run given up by Hellickson this year. The pitch is in there for a strike to Hamilton. There's a chance that throughout his career he's going to give up a few home runs. Fine. Number one, he doesn't walk a lot of guys. Number two, he's always around the plate. And that being the case, then you're going to give up a few more. But if you don't walk anybody and you give up solo home runs, hey, that's like putting 3 hits together and now they have a run.
Yeah, you can live with the solo home run, and you're right. He's not overpowering, and he challenges hitters, so he's going to give up his fair share.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Although he might be thinking, given his history of run support lately, that okay, that's enough. He can't give up any more.
Yeah.
Boy, he went from getting over 7 runs strong per outing to 1 run over his last 4. And there's a shot that's going to one-hop the wall. Ruggiano plays the carom, and Hamilton took that one the other way. The left-handed hitting first baseman doubles into left center.
Well, with that pitch location and the swing of Hamilton, there was no way in the world I thought that this ball was going to be able to get that far out. Backdoor breaking ball, reaches for it. Look at that, ends up one arm in that. Arm comes off the bat, but you see he got down below that break and was able to get backspin. When you get backspin on a baseball, it will carry. And that's what happened there. He got good carry on it. He puts himself in scoring position.
Skip Schumacher. Schumacher is hitting .264. The pitch is inside. So a home run and a double here in the second inning with 2 outs. He got 2 quick outs. And just as quickly, Cardinals scored on the homer and have another man in scoring position. It's inside, a fastball. 2-0. Hellickson now has given up 6 home runs in his last 5 starts. So 6 of the 11 home runs have come in the last 5 starts. Behind Schumacher, 3-0. And he gets a strike call. Foul ball on a fastball runs the count full. Schumacher up through the Cardinal system. He was an outfielder. Tony La Russa decided a couple years ago to convert him into an infielder and play second base. And he took a little heat for it at first. He's running out there now. The starting second baseman. 3-2 pitch. And it's just down for ball 4. Schumacher takes first. We'll go back around to the top of the order.
Well, today on Inside the Rays, we take viewers to the Tampa Bay Rays Academy in the Dominican Republic. Learn how the Rays find players, develop their baseball skills, and prepare them to advance in the Rays organization. It's all on Inside the Rays Dominican Academy today following the Rays live postgame.
Now the top of the order. Terrio hitting again. He takes this one the other way. Foul. Strike 1. Terrio out of Louisiana State University. Got to the big leagues with the Cubs. Divided last year between the Cubs and the Dodgers. Pushing 300. Came into this game at 295 his first year here with the Cardinals. This one is down. 1-1. Breaking ball. Cardinals have taken the lead. And now at first and second. A pitch inside. Fastball running in. 2-1 the count. And Jim Hickey's going to head to the mound. Calling time here. It's a 2-1 pitch. The way this thing is stacking up with 2 outs, the 2-1 pitch becomes a potentially pivotal pitch.
And Jim Hickey maybe saw something that Hellickson's doing, maybe pulling off a little bit. You saw that last fastball ran up and in. He kind of pulled off that left arm side drag a little bit. Location has not been as good this inning, especially after the first 2 outs, which were quick outs. But you're right, runners on first and second base. The Rays having trouble scoring runs at home. Kyle Loesch, the opposing pitcher, has been throwing the ball very well. Make sure that they do not throw up a crooked number in this inning. Just keep it at 1.
Ontario's been good with men in scoring position. 2-1 pitch, and he takes a strike there. 2-2. Cardinals overall as a team have been good with men in scoring position for the year. They came into this series hitting .303 with runners in scoring position and leading the National League overall in hitting. A 2-2 delivery, and it's lifted into center field. B.J. Upton is there for it, making the catch, and that retires the side. 1 run on the home run. 1-0 St. Louis, middle of the second. Tropicana Field, and we roll into the bottom of the second. B.J. Upton stepping in to lead off. The pitch is a strike. We talked about Hellickson, and because he's around the plate so much, prone to giving up the long ball. And Loesch is not unlike that because he's around the plate. He's given up 10 home runs this year in 16 starts, and Hellickson had given up 10 home runs in 15 starts, and touched for the home run in the top of this inning by Molina.
Well, Kyle Loesch coming into this start was #1 in the National League in pitches per inning and second only to James Shields. 14.0 pitches per inning, very efficient, and just like James Shields, he comes out attack right now. Not a lot of balls and wasted pitches.
And that's a marked improvement over last year, although he's always been a quick worker and a guy who throws strikes. But he had last year a little over between 17.5 and 18 pitches an inning as his average, and this year tops in the National League. That ball lined to center, and Rasmus cutting to his right straight across takes care of that line drive. One away. In the game today and all season, Tires Plus donates $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run televised on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida. Here's Casey Kochman. Casey delivered a big hit last night for the Rays. Wound up 2 for 4, but the bases loaded double in the 6th. The key hit of the night for the Rays, sends a towering fly ball to center on the first pitch, and Rasmus takes care of that. 2 outs.
Yeah, that was a 2-hitter stretch in last night's ball game where the Rays put up all 5 of their runs. McClellan started to come out of his delivery a little bit, was falling behind in the count. Kochman got a 2-0 fastball, ripped it down the line, and then was followed up by a home run, and there's your 5 runs.
Well, Justin Ruggiano hit the 2-run home run. He takes the pitch for a strike. Take a look at this. He loves the ball up there.
In the middle of the plate, above the belt. Boy, he juiced that.
Popper back at first. Hamilton racing into foul territory and grabs it on the run to retire the side. We're at the end of 2, 1-0 St. Louis.
And have fun and work hard. I don't think those two can be separated. You have to do both. And at that age, you definitely need to make sure you're having fun. If you're not having fun, then there's something wrong. And at the same time, you need to learn how to work hard because you can learn a lot from the game of baseball about character.
Well, right there from Ben Zobrist himself. Ben in the balloting for the final man on the All-Star squad this year, 1 of 5, and great advice. A lot easier to work hard if you're having fun. You can text A5 to 89269. Send Zoe to the All-Star game. John Jay opens the 3rd. Inside. Cardinals got a run on 3 hits in the run on 2 hits in the second. They have a run and 3 hits overall. Jay's base hit up the middle in the first, the initial hit of this game. 2-0 the count. Just strike 2-1. Hellickson so far not quite where he would like to be in the strikeout or the strike and non-strike ratio, which sometimes reflects command. Fly ball lifted into right. That's going to send Joyce back to the track. He will have room, and he makes the catch as Jay hit a changeup a long way, but Joyce had room.
Well, if Rays pitchers strike out 10 in a home game, you can take your ticket stub to any Cane's Furniture store and get a coupon for a free Papa John's pizza. Plus, while you're there, you can sign up for a chance to meet one of your favorite Rays players. Cane's quality is so good, it's guaranteed for life.
Now Matt Holliday. The pitch. It's a strike. Holiday at .319 with 10 home runs and 40 runs batted in. Takes a big cut and misses. Hey, here's news. The Blue Jays have a run off Cliff Lee, and that ends his scoreless streak at 34. Phillies have a 4-1 lead in that game in the 4th inning at Toronto. Upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hot shot to short. Elliott Johnson gloves and throws, and Holiday is out of there.
Yeah, and Elliott Johnson took way too long to get rid of that ball. That was a hard hit ground ball, and he took his good old time on that throw, and Matt Holliday made that pretty close. Watch how long he takes. I don't know what he's doing. That's way too close for a ball hit that hard.
Two outs, and now Lance Berkman. Joe Madden had to have a drink after that play. There's a bunt down the third base side, and it's foul, and getting over there is Sean Rodriguez to make sure it stays that way. So Berkman was going to take the hit against the shift. He tried to hit one through the shift his first time, and one hopped it out to Zobrist. Tries to bunt this time.
Well, Sean Rodriguez coming over from the shortstop position. Get over there as quick as you can, and if it does roll foul, pounce on it. That's what he did.
Well, based on the fact that Berkman hit one over the shift last night for his 21st home run of the year, the Rays may take that.
You will take it. That's, I mean, you set up that shift, you know that's a distinct possibility, and you're willing to live with that.
And he shortens again a little bit.
If you can get Lance Berkman with 2 outs and nobody on to bunt, go ahead.
It's a 1-1 count. Big cut and a miss there. Fastball. No bunting in mind on that swing. And that's all the room he has on the left side. How about that? Inside a bit. It's 2-2. Jeremy Hellickson, the 24-year-old right-hander out of Des Moines, Iowa, delivers the 2-2, and Berkman fouls it away. Yeah, the other thing about Berkman bunting, here's a guy who hit the home run last year off Hellickson. Hit the ball hard his first time into the shift. Now the 2-2, and he got him. Got him with that changeup, reaching. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. 1-0 St. Louis, middle of 3.
Well, put yourself to the ultimate test at TampaBay.com/FanDuel for a chance to win some real money. Play today at TampaBay.com/FanDuel. That's TampaBay.com/FanDuel.
John Jaso takes the first pitch, and it's wide. A ball and no strikes. Jaso hitting 7th in the Rays lineup against Kyle Loesch. And there's a strike. Loesch gives you the basic stuff: sinker and a changeup, and slider, and occasional curveball. But he throws strikes with all of them. He's above average in his ability to throw strikes with all those pitches. Count is 2-1. And he'll also throw a lot of ground balls. That's a strike. And with that in mind, the Rays have just 1 ground ball to the first 6 hitters. There's a line shot. That's going to be fair. Headed to the wall, back toward the corner. Jay plays the carom, and Jaso is on his way to second. A stand-up double for the Rays catcher.
Well, Loesch was consistently working down in the zone, and then that fastball stays elevated. Jaso jumps all over it. He's your checkers double of the game. That ball middle in, up. Good swing right there, and Rays with a good opportunity here, the leadoff double.
Now the leadoff man's in scoring position for Sean Rodriguez, who's getting the start at third base. Evan Longoria not in the lineup. Joe Madden saying it was a scheduled day off, and he's available if they need him later to pinch hit. So Sean Rodriguez gets a start at third against Loesch. And he lines it, one hop, grabbed by Schumacher. Nice pickup, the throw to first in time, and Jaso heads to third. So a low liner that Schumacher had to play on the hop. Jaso's either going to third or he's going to be doubled up.
Yeah, I mean, that was awfully close. He either has the best eyes and the best read of a ball off the bat of anybody in baseball.
Takes great skill to read one like that.
Yes, it does.
And here's Elliott Johnson. The Rays have a chance now to get that run home. The infield comes charging in here as the pitch is delivered, and a little tap foul. So the Cardinals starting with the infield back, and they came charging in. You don't see that every day,
no,
but occasionally you will see that.
See the charge in, and then all of a sudden you got to be able to react one way or the other.
Strike the count to Elliott Johnson. Ontario comes charging in, and the second baseman stays back. The pitch is a ball.
Well, they saw John Jaso's ability to read the line drive and how quick he is. Well, you see the infielder's back. Maybe Tom Foley comes over and says, "Hey, ground ball through the middle. You're going on contact." All of a sudden, they charge him in. Now that ground ball gets cut down, and they get Jaso at the plate.
Pitch is a called strike. Now 1-2. Loesch, a guy who relies on working the corners, so he needs an umpire who will give him the corners and sometimes widen that plate. And a little ground ball right side. Schumacher's going to have to go to first, and the Rays do get the tying run home. They had Terrio in. They left Schumacher back, and that's where Johnson hit the ball for the run batted in.
You're absolutely right. John Jaso, the Cardinals getting tricky with their infield, but you see Terrio in at short. Schumacher's still back. He recognizes to the right side, and he's going to go ahead and score. Schumacher does not have a play, and the Rays tie it up.
And here's Johnny Damon. The pitch is a strike. The important thing there is that Jaso did not hesitate, and that may be part of what Tony La Russa is trying to do just create a little hesitancy on the part of the base runner, and Jaso did not hesitate. He was headed to the plate.
Yeah, I think you're right. It twofold. It puts their players in that ground ball to Terrio maybe, but you're right. You mess with their mind a little bit.
Damon pops it up, shallow right, Schumacher out. He's got it to retire the side, but the Rays turn the leadoff double into a run, and this game is tied 1-1. By Hyundai. In St. Petersburg at Tropicana Field, the Rays and the Cardinals wrapping up this 3-game series, and at the end of 3, this game all tied 1-1. Jeremy Hellickson and Kyle Loesch, the pitching matchup. How did they get in here? Washington and Baltimore. I mean, that's the rival matchup, but a little south.
Right.
Here's David Freese. And he takes a pitch in there for a strike. It's a baseball jersey and a couple of baseball caps, and that's good enough. Freese at third base again. The count is 1-1. Started last night at first base, and Tony La Russa, he moved him over there to give him a partial day off. Fly ball the other way to right. Joyce will go back, and Matt's there to make the catch. And that is out number 1. Time for the AT&T trivia question. As we look at one of the Rays All-Stars, who was the Rays' first All-Star selection? So back into Rays history. The Rays with David Price and Shane Shields and Matt Joyce going to the All-Star game, and with the possibility of one or two others. Now the center fielder. Here's Colby Rasmus. That's a strike. Rasmus shortens and takes the pitch down and in. It's a 1-1 count. The Cardinals have been expecting great things from Rasmus since the time they signed him. He was a first-round pick in 2005. It's a high foul left side, and Luciano, boy, he made a great catch here the other night, and had a long run to make and just could not get there in time on this one.
Yeah, this was too close to the wall, too. If he's going to slide feet first, no chance. That was it. The backhand.
Well, he made that great play on the ball Schumacher hit last night, sliding in. And he's making a new friend down there. She was a little surprised to see him stop by for a visit. A high foul. This one well hit. And foul out of play. Let's take a look at that catch last night Ruggiano turned in.
Well, he had a little bit more room to play with. That was a great catch.
With a slide like that, he could have made the out and been safe at the same time. It's a great catch by Ruggiano. And the 1-2 pitch to Rasmus. Bounce down the right side. That's fair. And Kochman makes the play unassisted.
Well, a limited number of tickets are remaining for Madden Summer Social on August the 4th. You can log on to RaysBaseball.com to reserve your game ticket. Plus, you get VIP access to the exclusive post-game reception with Rays manager Joe Madden, also Rays players, coaches, broadcasters, and other hangers-on. Green flies. They'll all be there.
Keep the doors and windows closed to keep those out. Here's Molina. Yeah, that's a day game against Toronto. A 12:10 start on August the 4th, so we'll have a chance to spend the evening together. Molina homered to left center field. He really got a hold of a pitch in the second inning. Fouls this one back. 1-1. It's a peek at last year's inaugural Madden Summer Social. Luxurious surroundings. Joe fashioning a different look for this year's Summer Social. There you go. Pitch is popped up. Zobrist ranging into shallow right, making the call. That will take care of the Cardinals. 1-2-3, and we go to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Let's get the answer to our trivia question. Who was the Rays' first All-Star selection? Our AT&T trivia question. And the answer, right-hander Rolando Araujo. He went 10-5 with a 3.06 earned on average with a couple complete games before the All-Star break in 1998. And here is Ben Zobrist, who has a chance to make the All-Star team this year. He's leading off the bottom of the fourth. A ball and no strikes. Matt Joyce, who is an all-star this year, is on deck, and then B.J. Upton. One and one. Yankees and the Mets have been delayed in the start of their game at Citi Field. Pitch is outside. And Boston's in Houston with Josh Beckett pitching against Jordan Lyles. That game no score in the bottom of the second inning. Here we're tied 1-1. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes to Zobrist. Speaking of Boston, Ben is tied with Adrian Gonzalez for the major league lead in 2 base hits. And a swing and a miss. Zobrist out on strikes. Let's check in with Todd Callis.
Dwayne, it's been a busy weekend for Chris Westmoreland, the home clubhouse and equipment manager. Yesterday he had the turn back the clock uniforms, and today he's got to put stars on the 3 all-star jerseys. You see him getting James Shields' jersey ready. There's David Price and Matt Joyce. Here we have all 3. We have the 2 road jerseys and the caps. And for Major League Baseball All-Stars this year for the first time, 2 gold stars on either side of the MLB logo on the caps, and then you see the Rays blue jerseys, Matt Joyce, the stars up on the neck by the logo, and again on the gray road jerseys, the Matt Joyce stars on the logo. So that's going to be something they will wear tomorrow with the jerseys, and then on Tuesday with the caps, because tomorrow, 4th of July, you'll have a special cap. So you'll know who the All-Stars are out on the field. Guys, back to you.
All right, very good. That's a good look. Little addition with the stars on the jersey and the caps.
Hey, gold stars from the time you were 5 years old and up.
They've always been good.
That's always been good.
And somehow just as hard to collect. A ball, 2 strikes to count to Matt Joyce.
Well, not anymore, though. Don't you get a gold star now for trying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least a trophy.
Yeah, at least this is still a do league.
Pitch is high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hey, we don't even get a certificate of participation for what we do. There could be a message in that. 2-2 the count, and Joyce fouls it out of play. Yeah, that's a good look. So we'll be on the lookout tomorrow on those jerseys. One out, bases empty, and Loesch delivers. And he gets the call on the outside part of the plate. Slipped the fastball over the corner. 2 strikeouts in this inning.
Let's take a look at our Toyota trend. Kyle Loesch, home road. ERA still good at home, but how about that road? 6-1 record. ERA under 2.5. And for some reason,
B.J. Upton. Pitch disappeared down and away. Strike 1.
You could see why Kyle Loesch has been so efficient with his pitches. His delivery very simple. It's easily repeatable. Works down in the strike zone.
1 ball, 1 strike. Well, he is a consistent strike thrower. Originally with the Twins, and the Rays have seen him quite a bit in the past from his time with Minnesota. A little broken bat looper, and that's going to fall into center field. So B.J. Upton is aboard with his first hit of this game. Gives him 1 for 2, and the Rays have some speed aboard. Here's the other thing. This is a tough combination, Molina and Loesch, to run against.
Yes, it is. Not giving up a stolen base this year. Teams are 0 for 2. Hasn't picked anybody off, but if you're not giving up stolen bases, it doesn't really matter. And the Rays have their best base stealer aboard with 2 outs.
The curveball to start Kochman. It's in there for a strike. You know, left-handed hitters through a large part of Loesch's career gave him problems, but that's not the case this year. The opposition overall hitting just a little over 230 off him, and lefties are right down in that same neighborhood.
Well, where they have hurt him is on the fastball. He's been very good with them in the off speed, and you see he started Kochman here with a curveball, then a changeup, but fastball, lefties are hitting close to 320.
Yeah.
Coming into this ball game, has a tendency to leave those pitches elevated a little bit away from the lefties, and
so he's very judicious with that fastball against lefties, because all the off-speed stuff's way down at 160 or so.
Oh yeah.
So Upton back in at first base. You know, armed with that information, knowing that if you're a base runner, if he's going to throw breaking stuff, off-speed stuff to left-handed hitters, that would be good to know if you're thinking about trying to steal a base.
And this is a situation normally the Rays are going to take chances here.
Going to move to first. He's back in.
You know, they tried to steal BJ yesterday off Kyle McClellan. He had a little slide step. Molina with the quick release, accurate throw. They got BJ by plenty, and very similar here with Loesch.
The 0-2, and it's lined into right field, a base hit. Upton's going to go to third. I'm telling you, Kochman has been very interesting to watch. He just pulled his hands in and got it through the right side.
Yeah, well, these back-to-back hitters, Kyle Loesch has made his pitch, the fastball in. Both have been jam shots. Look at this ball's actually in off the plate. I mean, that's exactly where you want it if you're Loesch. Casey Kochman, no fear of hitting with 2 strikes. He didn't get it well, but enough to get out into the outfield, and the Rays here with a little 2-out opportunity.
First and third. Justin Ruggiano now. Ruggiano fouled to the first baseman his first time. And he takes a pitch outside. A ball and no strikes. Popper short right. Here comes Jay, and he makes the catch. He cradled that ball as he came sliding in to make the grab, and the Rays are finished. They made a bid but leave 2, and we're through 4, tied 1-1.
Enjoy it as long as you can and as much as you can.
Just keep playing hard, man. Have fun. I think the biggest thing for me is, I still enjoy playing the game now. So enjoy it while it lasts.
Kids Sunday here at Tropicana Field. Headed into the 5th inning. Evan Longoria taking advantage of a day off to hone his left-handed swing, apparently.
Well, he's trying to mimic what Casey Kochman did. Pull those hands through and hit the ball right off the label. I want to know what's going on with that hair. Forget the swing. It's about the hair, Dwayne.
Yeah, that's it. Mark Hamilton, the left-handed hitting first baseman for St. Louis, lifting a pop fly into left. Ruziano right there. 1 out on 1 pitch. Time to take a look at the upcoming Rays schedule, brought to you by Just for Man Hair Color. Where are the Rays headed on this road trip? They'll spend the 4th of July in Minnesota.
And that's where they were in May.
Yeah, they were there in May when Jeremy Hellickson had a couple of outings. They'll go to Minnesota and then New York and then the All-Star break and then home right after the break. And as we look forward to all of that, look back at May and forward to July, you can live forward with Just for Men Hair Color.
Thoroughly confused.
Relive the past and look forward to the future.
Oh, you know what? It's too late. It's too late. Don't try to make up now.
3 in Minnesota, 4 in New York. And then picking up play on the 15th against Boston and New York. 2-1. Schumacher taking the fastball away. Fly ball into left. Luciano's right there waiting for this one. 2 fly balls, 2 outs. Pride of Weatherford, Texas, Zach Britton has hit a home run. He's pitching for Baltimore in Atlanta. And the Orioles have a 2-0 lead in the 4th inning of that game. And Vaughn would be proud. Here's the top of the order, Ryan Theriot. Pitch is a strike. Theriot is struck out, hit a fly ball to center. Cardinals scored a run in the 2nd inning on the Molina home run, and the Rays got their run home in the 3rd. Fly ball, not too deep to left, and right there again, Ruziano taking care of all 3 putouts. We're through 4.5 innings, tied 1-1. Introducing the Hyundai Assurance Trade-In Value Guarantee. See your Hyundai dealer for details. By Bluebell Ice Cream. July is National Ice Cream Month. Celebrate with Bluebell's newest flavor, Dessert Trio. And by your local Southern Ford dealers. John Jaso leads it off for the Rays. He opened the third with a double and came home to score. Takes a breaking ball. That's in there. Strike one. Pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sean Rodriguez and then Elliott Johnson due up. With that pitch.
Well, Jaso got a pitch up in his last at bat and rifled one down into the corner. Double. Later scored.
This time pitch up and away. Fastball in the upper 80s. And it's a 3-1 count. Strike. Picked up the zone. Jaso looking to draw an opening walk here. Two, and he fouls it back, forcing another full count pitch. Phillies lead the Blue Jays 4-3. So Lee has given up 3 runs. That's big news.
He's human.
3-2 and a shot to center field. Rasmus will go back though and make the catch on it. That's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Be sure and be on the lookout for Miller Lite and our Miller Lite moment. Taste greatness moment coming up later.
Well, you don't have to rub it in.
This moment right there.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Enough said. Hey, take it easy.
Sean Rodriguez.
Moderation.
1 ball, no strikes. My sentiments exactly. 1-0 pitch is popped up. Molina, catcher under it, makes the catch. 2-0. Two outs with the bases empty. And Johnson puts down a very good bunt. He's going to beat this one out. Freese had no chance. All he could do is come in to pick it up. And Elliott Johnson picks up a bunt single. So the Rays have a base runner.
Well, whatever it takes in a ball game like this, here in the bottom of the 5th, it's 1-1. Elliott Johnson, that was just dropped perfectly.
Well, that's his 3rd bunt base hit. He's in a tie now. He's in a tie with Ben Zobrist for bunt hits with 3. And here is Johnny Damon. Damon 0 for 2 today. He takes a strike. Damon coming into this game at 13 career at bats against Loesch. He was 5 for 13 with 2 walks. And a fly ball to right center and popped up to second so far in this game against the right-hander Kyle Loesch. Elliott Johnson back in at first. Well, that Yankee Mets game did get underway after an hour and 38-minute delay, and the Mets have a 1-0 lead. The Yankees now batting in the top of the second. Pitch is low. Daniel Murphy drove in the run. So the Mets take an early advantage. Damon waiting for the next pitch. Instead, a move to first. So Loesch paying attention to the Rays base runners. He's done that all year with opposing base runners. Damon fouls this one the other way, and that's out of play. Damon, with his 4-hit performance last night, leads the club with 87 hits. And again to first. Damon with all those hits. He shares the lead on the team with 8 infield hits. And the other guy who has 8 is Casey Cottrell. There's a shot into right field. Jay going back. That ball's going to be over his head. Will one hop the wall? They're going to wave Johnson around. Throw to the plate. Up the line. Skips past the catcher and the pitcher. And here comes a play at the plate. And Damon circles the bases. The Rays get 2 out of that. Johnson scores, and the throw back got past Molina. It was up the line, and it bounced away from Loesch. And the Rays get 2 to take a 3-1 lead as Johnny Damon circles the bases. All of that set up by the 2-out bunt base hit.
Well, right here, this is where it starts. Johnny Damon, if that ball hits the wall and bounces back to John Jay right to him, he's got a chance to get Elliott Johnson at the plate, but it short-hopped the wall. He had to wait for it to come down. Elliott Johnson, he's going to try to score the whole way. And then right there, Kyle Loesch not backing up home plate on the throw. That cost him the second run.
So the Rays take the lead. It's going to be a double for Damon. Pitch is down to Zobrist. So it's an RBI on the double scoring Johnson. He goes to third on the throw to the plate and scores on the error charge to Schumacher, the second baseman, on the throw. As Zobrist lifts one into center, flies out to Rasmus. The Rays get 2 runs, and at the end of 5, they lead 3-1.
insider tips, and more. You'll find it all at TampaBay.com/things-to-do, powered by the St. Petersburg Times.
Well, you never know what a two-out bunt can start, and Elliott Johnson's bunt base hit with 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th leads to 2 runs. And when Johnny Damon's around, things seem to happen for one reason or another. Jay taking a pitch too low, the 6th inning underway, and the Damon doubles to right field. That chased home Elliott Johnson. Swing and a miss. The count is 1-1 to John Jay, and Damon on the play at the plate went to third and scored when the throw was wide. Molina got by him, and then the pitcher Loesch had to try to chase it down. Little roller there, and Kochman takes care of it with a toss to Hellickson. 1 out in the top of the 6th. Let's check in with Todd.
Dwayne, thank you. With Matt Holliday coming to the plate, let's talk about the fans' holiday tomorrow, the 4th of July, and where they may be watching our game against the Minnesota Twins. It's our Auto text poll question of the day. Here you go. You can vote for TB1, an establishment. TB2, I know where Griff's going with this, barbecue party. TB3, the beach. Or TB4, you can watch the game at home. Text your vote to 789-789. All fine choices, standard message, and data rates apply. Gentlemen, I think the beach, actually they all sound good. Back to you.
Yeah, refreshments available at all locations. And Mike Griffin, our producer, will be multitasking. He'll be barbecuing at home, probably having a refreshment. 2-0 the count now to Matt Holliday. And a broken bat and a ground ball that skips beneath the glove of Rodriguez. Through into left, and Holliday is aboard. The barrel end of the bat winds up down toward Sean Rodriguez at third.
Yeah, and you wonder how much of that distracted him. This barrel end of the bat goes flipping right towards him over top of the baseball, and you wonder how much that played into the thought process of Sean Rodriguez, because that's a play that he at least knocks down. Didn't pick up the ball real well, and it got past him.
4th hit given up by Hellickson. Here's Lance Berkman. Berkman is grounded out and has struck out. Pitch is a strike. So Berkman, who was up there trying to bunt the last time up against the shift, has a runner at first now, and the Rays have that shift on. And Berkman hits a high fly ball deep to left field. Ruggiano back to the wall, and it's gone. Well, Berkman hits his 2nd career home run against Hellickson, and the Cardinals, with 2 runs, will tie this game 3-3. Base hit by Holliday, opposite field home run by Berkman.
Now you got to be a strong man. This ball off the plate away. Just a 4-seam fastball. Berkman reaching, and again he gets that backspin, that good carry, left center field. That is a deep shot from a left-handed hitter, and he puts it right into the front row to tie it up.
Here's David Freese. He takes a pitch too low. Ball and no strikes. 22nd home run of the year for Lance Berkman. That's a strike. Cardinals took a chance and signed Berkman as a free agent. Said they're going to play him in the outfield, and boy, has it paid dividends. Pitch is outside, 2-1. Frankly, there were a lot of people scratching their heads when they signed him after he finished out last year with the Yankees, but he's healthy and worked hard to be in good shape and swinging a very dangerous bat, as the Rays have seen in this series. Berkman homered last night. He has a home run in this game to tie it. He had a double and a run scored in the first game of the series. Ground ball down to third, scoop by Sean Rodriguez, and the throw is in time. So 2 outs.
Number 28,
Colby Rasmus will be up here now. This is the second time this year that Hellickson has given up 2 home runs in a game. 1 ball, no strikes. Molina hit one in the second, and now Berkman in the 6th. J.J. Hardy got one off him in Baltimore on the 10th of June, and Nick Markakis followed that up with a home run. And so 2 home runs given up today in this game. Number foul, 2-1. Berkman's coming off that series in Baltimore when he hit home runs in one game from both sides of the plate.
That was the final game of that series right before the team came in to St. Petersburg.
So he's hit 4 home runs in the last 2 series on this road trip for St. Louis. Rasmus hits a high popper. Johnson out from shortstop, takes care of that. Cardinals are out. They score 2 on the home run by Berkman. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th here on a Kids Sunday at Tropicana Field. Molina homered in the second inning to open the scoring, and the Rays got a ground ball from Elliott Johnson to score John Jaso on a good read. Rays grabbed the lead on this double by Damon. That chased home Johnson, and then Damon scored on the overthrow in the top half of the 6th inning. Home run by Lance Berkman has knotted this game again, and it's now 3-3. Matt Joyce opens the bottom of the 6th inning and hits a high foul back and out of play. Strike 1. Joyce, Upton, and then Kochman. Pitch away. 1-1. But around the knees for a strike. Phillies batting in the 8th, leading Toronto 4-3. There's a liner into left center field, and that's going to be in there. Extra bases. Joyce on his way to second. Rasmus tried to cut it off. Ball popped away from him, but Joyce was going to head to second anyway. And Matt has his 20th two-base hit of the year. The Rays come right back and put a man in scoring position.
This is where Kyle Loesch has been hurt by the lefties. It's the fastball that's middle of the plate away and elevated. Matt Joyce got one there, and he shoots it out into the gap. Rays right back in business.
And now it's B.J. Upton who leads the team and runs batted in. And the pitch is a strike on the outer part of the plate. B.J. 1 for 2 today, and now 3 for 5 lifetime against Loesch. Damon and Upton, the only hitters in the Rays lineup with any at-bats at all against Loesch. And a high shot back into right center field. That ball's going to get over the head of Rasmus. Bounce to the wall. Joyce will score. Upton in at second with a stand-up double, and the Rays lead 4-3. Back-to-back two-base hits. BJ picking up his second hit of the day. Drives home Joyce, and the Rays lead by a run.
Now this is a slider. You've been throwing BJ a lot of those. This one not quite in the same spot. BJ waits back on it nicely. Puts a good swing on it. The ball's really carrying today. They got a lot of carry to the gaps. Matt Joyce making sure, because he knows that that ball does get down, he's going to score easily.
Dave Duncan goes to the mound to spend some time with Loesch and also give the bullpen some time to get loose. Jason Mott has just started to throw in the bullpen. Well, the Rays have 7 hits, and 4 of the last 5 hitters have reached 3 on doubles. Casey Kochman on his way to the plate. Blue Jays have just scored a run to tie the Phillies 4-4 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Casey swings at the breaking ball and just got a little piece of it. Strike 1. Casey came into the game hitting .336. Not quite enough plate appearances to qualify among the league leaders, but that would rank him 3rd in the majors. 1 ball, 1 strike. Adrian Gonzalez came in today hitting .353. The Red Sox. Jose Reyes of the Mets at .354. Two balls and a strike. That run by the Blue Jays was a home run by Eric Thames off Lee. Two and 1. Piece of it foul. Another breaking ball. We've seen a little more of those here in this inning and recently from Loesch. It's not a pitch that he's thrown a lot this year.
No, but he's trying to mix up his patterns. You know, typically his pattern is as he moves through the lineup, second, third time, the batting average starts to get a little bit better. Guys get wise to the fastball changeup combo that he likes so much, so he's just trying anything to see what works.
Chopper to the right side. It's going to be handled by Hamilton as Upton goes over to third.
Yeah, and that at bat right there with Casey Kochman, and Casey got the job done. He moved over B.J. Upton to third base here with less than 2 outs, but it was 5 straight off speed. He's been hurt on the fastball to the lefties before,
and he's not going to see anybody else. Tony La Russa out of the dugout. Justin Ruggiano is due, and that's going to be the end of the trail for Kyle Lohse here this afternoon. A call to the bullpen brought to you by Metro PCS.
Exclusive Whitney Bank Club, offering extraordinary seating and luxurious lounge and dining areas. The Whitney Bank Club features an upscale full menu buffet and inclusive drink options. Call 888-FAN-RAISE or go to raisebaseball.com to purchase tickets or for more information.
Well, that's it for Kyle Lohse. 5 1/3 innings. He departs, having allowed 4 runs. He's responsible for Upton at third. Jason Mott, the new pitcher.
They bring Jason Mott. They need the strikeout. Infield in. They want the bad contact with the strikeout. Mott with the big fastball.
And the first pitch. That's a ball. Ruggiano up here against Mott. 82 pitches for Lohse today. We saw Mott last night. He can get the ball up there in a hurry. Started his pro career as a catcher and then was converted to the mound. 2-0. And on that scouting scale, when they scout arms, for an example, 80 would be the top. As a catcher, he was right there.
That translates to the mound here. He's got the fastball that'll get mid-upper 90s.
Swing and a miss at a 96-mile-per-hour fastball. You know, and we've talked about this, the delivery time of a catcher. If you go 1.8, that's excellent.
Yes.
They consistently got him in the minor leagues at 1.7 as a catcher. Two-1 the count. And the fastball up and by Ruggiano. 2-2.
Just challenging him with the heat. Shorten that stroke down just a little bit. Put the bat on the ball. Force the defense to make a play. Maybe get a fly ball to the outfield.
And a swing. And a foul-tipped strikeout on that 97-mile-per-hour fastball. That's exactly what La Russa was looking for in this situation.
That's why he brought him in. I mean, Kyle Lohse, more of a contact pitcher. He did not want to fall down by 2 runs, so you bring in the righty with the big arm. And it worked out in that at-bat as he was able to strike out Ruggiano on some upper 90s fastballs.
So the infield drops back now with 2 outs. John Jaso due up here for the Rays. Jaso doubled his first time. He bounced it back. More heat from Mott. Strike one. Cardinals drafted Mott in 2003, and by 2006 they decided to make the switch from behind the plate to on the mound. And he gets a called strike there, and quickly Jaso is down in the count. Rays have taken a 4-3 lead. Upton's at third with 2 outs. Mott has come in blazing. Upstairs, a ball, 2 strikes. Upton with the go-ahead run batted in, driving in his 43rd run with his 13th double. He moved to third on Kotzman's ground ball to the right side. Mott got the strikeout of Ruggiano, and he's ahead of Jaso. A ball, 2 strikes. This one down, blocked by Molina. So he tried a slider after all of those mid and upper 90 fastballs.
And good anticipation there by Yadier Molina, able to get down, keep that ball in front of him. Well, you know you got confidence in your catcher when you're gonna yank that pitch out of nowhere with a runner on third.
Two-two pitch outside, so it's a full count. Rays trying to get an additional run home. The 3-2, and there's a liner toward the right field corner, off the wall. Upton scores easily, and Jaso's on his way to second with a double. He timed up a 95-mile-per-hour fastball and pulled it all the way to the wall. The Rays lead 5-3.
Well, Mott got ahead of him 0-2, then was forced to throw 3 more pitches out of the zone. Jaso then gets comfortable on what he's looking at, and he gets one down and in. Boy, lefties like it there. Look at that swing. Strong finish by Jaso, and he just about got that thing out of here. That was a low line drive bullet. About knocked the right field wall down.
So it's a 2-run game again. There's Sean Rodriguez. Sean goes after the first one and lifts a high fly ball into center. Rasmus is there to retire the side, but the Rays, on the strength of 3 doubles, score 2 runs and lead 5-3.
You know, I'm very honored to be an all-star. I'm pumped to go with Shields and Joyce, and hopefully we'll go out there and have a good time.
We're going to have a blast. I mean, I think anytime you put me and this guy together in the same dugout, no matter where we're at, we're going to have some fun.
So the 3 All-Stars off the Rays roster with a chance for more. James Shields, his first All-Star selection, along with Matt Joyce and David Price, who was on the team last year, will go back this year. And Zobrist on the final man ballot. He's among 5 there, and we'll see if maybe Kyle Farnsworth might not be added later. Well, the Rays again have a 2-run lead, and back to the mound goes Jeremy Hellickson. He's made 81 pitches through 6 innings. The Rays have scored 5 runs on his behalf. Pitch to Molina's inside, 1-0. That after he'd suffered through an 0-4 stretch, and the Rays had gotten him just 1 run. That's a strike. The count now, a ball and a strike.
Well, Jeremy's been given a reprieve. Had a 2-run lead, gave him a 2-run homer to Lance Bergman to tie it. The Rays give him back 2 more. Big inning for him.
And a little soft fly ball to center. Upton is there to make the catch. Molina's the first out in the 7th. Now he's lost 4 in a row to the Orioles, Red Sox, Brewers, and Reds. And the Rays were shut out in 3 of those and lost 5-1 in the game on the road in Milwaukee. Now Mark Hamilton. Pitch outside, 1-0. Hamilton doubled in the 2nd. Back to the mound. Hellickson has it, and a throw to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, get in on the action with exclusive on-field seating in the Papa John's bullpen box. Available dates are going fast, so act now to make your private group reservation behind the Rays bullpen by calling 888-FAN-RAYS. You can go online at raysbaseball.com.
Now Skip Schumacher. Pitch is a strike. Schumacher walked in the 2nd. Hellickson got him on a fastball and a fly ball into left in the 5th. Low. 1-1. 2 strikeouts in this game and a walk, 3 runs, 5 hits allowed, 2 of those home runs. And a high fly ball to right field. That will send Joyce all the way to the track for it, and he makes the catch in front of the 370 marker. 7th inning stretch time, 5-3 Tampa Bay. Well, the Rays have a 5-3 lead as the fans take the 7th inning stretch here at Tropicana Field. Headed into the home half of the 7th. The Rays and the Cardinals exchanging 2-run innings in the 5th and the 6th, and the Rays back with 2 more in the bottom of the 6th to establish their 2-run advantage. All 5 runs charged to the starter, Kyle Loesch. Well, we have a moment. Let's check in with Todd Callis.
Wayne, we've got a good crowd here tonight. In fact, they were originally thinking 25,000 for this Sunday game. It might be closer to 30. Huge walk-up crowd. Watching a little Sunday baseball. They've got the DJ Kitty puppets all up in there. Look, they're all waving with their DJ Kitty puppets. And if that's not enough, after the game, a 17-song set from the Wiggles. It's a 90-minute post-game concert. So it's a fun day here on a Kids Sunday. Gentlemen, back to you.
Somehow, Sunday afternoon fun days, always something special going on. We've had a great pitching matchup and a great game here with the Rays holding this 2-run lead. Elliott Johnson's going to open the bottom of the 7th inning. Then back around to Damon and Zobrist. Jason Mott got the final 2 outs in the 6th, but he gave up a double to Jaso. The Rays tacked on a run. First pitch to Johnson is a strike. Freeze in on the edge of the turf down at third base. Outside, 1-1. Mott tried to change up and slowed things down with that delivery. Another one, 2 balls and a strike. The third base side fair between Freeze and the bag. Johnson around first. He heads for second. He's in there with a double. Elliott Johnson picking up a 2-base hit.
Well, this ball was so far away from Elliott and off the plate, he just stuck his bat out. Well, we've seen Casey Kochman do this. Freeze off the bag and just stick the bat out. Smack it right by him into the corner. Elliott Johnson hustling out of the box. He's able to get into second base. And another double for the Rays.
Tony La Russa's on the phone to the bullpen. Well, the Rays have now gone 9 men through the lineup. There's a base hit by Damon. They're going to hold Johnson at third. Damon's going to head down to second as the throw came through to the plate. So the Rays have men at second and third. Damon picking up his second hit.
Johnny Damon really shortened his swing on that fastball. Look at this. Just put the ball, just smack it into center field. Nice job of hitting. You got to hold up Elliott Johnson. Didn't know if that ball was going to make it all the way out to Rasmus, but then the overthrow is what allows Johnny Damon. He reads overthrow, no chance for a cutoff man, and he sneaks into scoring position.
Well, the Rays now have 10 hits. And Johnny Damon moves up another notch. 69 on the all-time hit list for Johnny Damon. Well, the Rays had put together 5 consecutive doubles in terms of hits, starting with Damon's double in the 5th inning, and they went 9 men through the order, picked up 5 hits, and they were all doubles. They have 6 doubles of their 10 hits, and La Russa heads to the mound. Ben Zobrist is due up. Valdez was up in the last inning. They gave him a few more tosses here in the 7th. And we're going to have a pitching change. Back in a moment. hits last night. They lead 5-3. Ben Zobrist will be the hitter. He's among the 5 in the competition for the final man spot on the All-Star team. You can help Zoe go to the All-Star game by texting A5 to 89269. And he's up here to face the left-hander Raul Valdez, turning around to hit right-handed. And Ben goes after the first pitch and swings through the high fastball. Strike one.
Valdez, a little short arm action. He just picks the front foot up and puts it down. Almost like he's just playing catch there with Molina. A lot of deception.
Infield in. And Zobrist takes it as it breaks down and in. 1-1. Double by Johnson. The base hit by Damon. He went to second as the throw came through, setting up second and third. Nobody out. And a popper down the left side. A lot of territory for Holiday to cover, and he's not going to be able to get there as it falls in the bullpen. One and two. Well, maybe things are starting to happen offensively for the Rays here at the Trop with the 10 hits last night and the 10 in this game. It's the first time the Rays have had 10 or more hits back-to-back in games at Tropicana Field this year.
Just in time to go on a road trip.
And then the All-Star break.
Right.
Outside. Up and away. It's 2-2. Blue Jays beat the Phillies 7-4. Here the Rays lead the Cardinals 5-3. And they swing at a foul ball. And just a little piece of that one. Zobrist looking for some contact, trying to add to the lead. All 7 runs the Blue Jays scored were off Cliff Lee, 6 earned, and home runs 3. Thames hit one, Batista number 27, and Encarnacion hit one out.
Bautista's starting to heat up again. Well, he gets them in bunches.
And the breaking ball he held in time. Kerwin Danley on the call down at first on the appeal. Pretty close. What do you think?
There's the breaking ball. No, he held up.
Yep. Zobrist choking up on that bat. Looking for contact. 3-2, and he pops it up. He's not happy with himself. So Hamilton takes care of the pop-up at first base. That's the first out. Rays with an opportunity to add to their 2-run lead. Key spot in the game here. Matt Joyce to bat against the lefty, hitting .220 off lefties this year. .319 against righties.
Now he's got to tell himself in this at bat, stay in on this lefty. Don't pull off. You got the infield in. Make solid contact. Like right there, pulled off on the breaking ball.
Strike one.
You know, he sees those runners out at second, third. He wants to drive him in, so you want to power the ball. You want to keep that front side locked in there as long as you can. Just make solid contact with that up the middle approach.
Takes a pitch away. Off the plate. 1-1. everybody. Stays up on the infield. The pitch is ball 2 away. 2 balls and a strike. And a foul ball. Moves to 2-2. Valdez staying with the slider. Valdez worked a third of an inning in the game last night. The count at 2-2. Molina walks out to the mound, take a little time. He took that foul ball and he's going to be looked at. Elliott Johnson opened with a double up the left field line. And Damon got a base hit. And as Johnson went to third, Damon moved into second. He's there now with 1 out. Here's that foul ball.
It hit the thumb of the glove as it ricocheted. And that glove being pointed down like that, that'll rip that thumb back pretty good. It didn't have a whole lot of feeling.
Now the 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Joyce is out on strikes. So Valdez has retired Zobrist and Joyce. We've got 2 big outs here for St. Louis.
And Molina didn't look very good even catching this pitch. Kind of reaches down there and snares it. Kind of looks at that thumb.
Now they're going to walk pitch. Upton, and Kochman will bat against Valdez. So the intentional walk will load the bases. And Kochman did get a look last night at Valdez. He was the one hitter Valdez faced. And he got him on a fly ball to center. So the bases are going to be loaded with 2 outs. Big opportunity for the Rays to widen their 2-run lead. And so far the Cardinals are just an out away from getting out of this spot.
Kochman came through in last night's ball game with the bases loaded. Hit a shot up the first base line that cleared the bases. He finds himself in another huge situation.
See Casey, 292 against lefties.
And that's, you know, what we talked about with Matt Joyce, staying in on the lefty, hit the ball up the middle the other way. That's what Casey Kochman has done. He has taken his hits to left field, up the middle, pulled the ball when it's been in.
Casey got the double with the bases loaded in the 5-run 6th last night. And he bats with them loaded here in the 7th inning this afternoon. And as a result of staying in on the ball, he's hit the ball all over the place. 1-0 the count now. And the pitch is a strike. 1-1. Loesch, Mott, and Valdez for St. Louis. The 1-1 and a ground ball, 1 hop to second. Schumacher makes the throw to first. And the Rays do not score. They leave them loaded. On to the 8th, 5-3 Tampa Bay. Sunday Baseball, brought to you all season by Hyundai. Rays about hit St. Louis 10-5, and they lead 5-3. We go to the 8th. Cardinals will have the top of the order coming up. Terrio, Jay, and Holiday. And the Rays have Jeremy Hellickson about to open the 8th, with Kyle Farnsworth up in the bullpen to start the inning. First pitch is inside a bit. 1-0. That's 90 pitches for Hellickson. Outside. 2-0. Houston tied with Boston. It's 1-1. Angel Sanchez drove in a run. In the bottom of the 6th in Houston. There's a strike. 2-1. Yankees and the Mets are tied in the top of the 5th. And that's a 1-1 ball game. Here's Farnsworth. Liner into right. That's going to be in there. Base hit. Terrio's on his way to second. Joyce digs it out of the corner, and it's a 2-base hit. Terrio's 14th double of the year.
Now this pitch up middle. Ryan Terrio, 4th time he's seen Hellickson. Just takes the ball the other way. Leadoff double here. And what is that? Bottom of the 7th really loom. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out, not able to get anything in, and now.
Yep, you're right about that.
Cardinals able to bring the tying run to the plate here.
John Jay. Jay strokes it into left. That ball will be caught by Ruggiano. Hung up long enough. Terrio retreats to second base. That ball a little scary when it left the bat, as if it might drop in there, but it carried to Ruggiano, who charged it and made the catch. And with 1 out in the 8th inning, Joe Madden comes out, and he's going to make a pitching change with Matt Holliday due up. So he gets 7 1/3 from Jeremy Hellickson. And a call to the bullpen. Back in a moment. He departs with the Rays leading 5-3. He leaves in favor of Kyle Farnsworth, and his work here in the first half has been outstanding for the Rays. Look at that. That's all-star worthy, one would think.
Well, the opportunities, he's 7th in saves, but he's only had 18 opportunities. That's why you see the good save percentage there. He's only walked 2 hitters in 33 innings. It's been everything that the Rays have asked.
And he's on to face Matt Holliday. Holliday singled his last time, and the pitch for Farnsworth is down, a ball and no strikes. Farnsworth pitched a third of an inning last night, so Joe Madden brings him on one out into the 8th inning of this game. This pitch is down, and what he's trying to do, Madden, not only get away with this game, save this game, but save the rest of the bullpen. That bullpen has been worked over. Pitch is popped to the right side, and Kochman backing up for it, makes the catch. So he gets the first man he faces. 2 outs. He's got another big bat to deal with now, and Lance Berkman. The Rays utilized 6 pitchers last night, 5 pitchers here Friday night. Berkman hit one out to left center in the 6th inning. His 2nd home run of the series, and his 4th home run on this current St. Louis road trip. So it's Farnsworth and Berkman. Pitch down around his feet. 1 ball and no strikes.
Nothing wrong with that pitch.
Well, here's the reason for that pitch. Berkman is 8 for 13 lifetime against Farnsworth with a home run, and so Farnsworth needs to take the advantage if he can here.
Oh, and
high, 2-0.
Not only those numbers off Farnsworth, but think about his home run from earlier in the game today.
Yeah,
that pitch
absolutely.
was off the plate away.
Yep.
So you've got a guy that's leaning out there, that's comfortable enough to get to a pitch 6 inches off the plate, hit it out of the ballpark, has had a lot of success off you.
Now the pitch misses away, a fastball, and it's 3-0. And Berkman walks. So that'll put men at first and second. David Freese will be the hitter. So the Rays send Berkman down to first, and you really can't blame them.
No, once he fell behind, too. I mean, even on that 3-0 pitch, Jaso was sitting so far off the plate, there was no intention of throwing a strike there.
David Freese grounded to third his last time. And a strike, a fastball, mid-90s. Freese had a walk and 2 singles in the game last night. Base hit and a walk the first night. And he swings and misses, and Farnsworth put a little extra on that one, and Freese was a bit late. That one clocked at 98.
Yeah, up and with some serious velo, and he just blew that right by Freese.
And he got him. Came back with a slider, cutter, that same action away, 0-2, and strikes him out. Bottom of the 8th, coming 5-3 Tampa Bay.
cases where I was hoping, had a good May. And, you know, I didn't really know what to expect. But this last month, I was kind of planning on what I was going to do on the off days. So, you know, it's such a great feeling and a blessing and an honor to be an all-star. You know, I called my dad and texted everybody I could as soon as I found out. And, you know, they were excited for me, of course.
Matt Joyce, one of 13 first-time all-stars on the American League squad. Justin Ruggiano leads off the 8th inning. Takes a big cut, fouling the pitch, and that runs it to 0-2. Ruggiano, Jaso, and Rodriguez due up here. Valdez, the lefty, on the hill. One and two. 13 All-Stars named to the American League squad for the first time. 11 first-timers in the National League. And the Rays have 2 first-timers. James Shields going for the first time. Matt Joyce for the first time. And David Price for the second time. We get a chance that Ben Zobrist could earn his way on in the final man balloting. And we just saw Kyle Farnsworth get out of the 8th inning. You know, they're going to have at least 4 pitchers really not eligible to pitch in that game for the American League. So they're going to need somebody to pitch. Shields will be one of them.
Yep.
It would appear that Verlander would be one. CC Sabathia and maybe Felix Hernandez. I think those 4.
Yeah, as of right now, all be scheduled to start next Sunday. That would make him ineligible for game participation.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, strike 3 call. Ruggiano thought he might have drawn the walk. Instead, he's out on strikes. 1 away.
Mosaic Company and the Rays are working together to end hunger through home runs for food. With each Rays home run, Mosaic donates $500 to Feeding America Tampa Bay. So far, $39,500 has been donated.
Now John Jaso. Side Jaso with a pair of 2 base hits. He doubled and scored in the 3rd. Double home a run in the 6th inning. 2-0. Milwaukee has taken a 7-5 lead in the top of the 6th inning in Minnesota against the Twins. Now 3-0. Rays are headed to Minnesota. Day game tomorrow. We'll be with you at 2 o'clock tomorrow. And David Price will open the road trip and the series against the Twins. Three and 1. Ryan Dunsing will pitch for Minnesota. A couple of lefties going at it tomorrow. Jaso draws a walk. So the Rays have a base runner with 1 out. Rashawn Rodriguez. Not before Tony La Russa makes a trip to the mound. So La Russa heads to the hill. Pitching change coming for St. Louis. We'll be back in a moment.
The greatest moments in Major League Baseball All-Star Game history are going head-to-head to determine which is the most memorable of all time. Go to MLB.com/moments and vote now for your favorite Midsummer Classics, and then tune into the 2011 Major League Baseball All-Star Game on Tuesday, July the 12th at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on Fox. Find out who won. We're down to 2.
Well, Brian Talent now wearing a Cardinal uniform. Just kind of filled in the mutton chops a little bit.
Yes, he did. I mean, really filled them in.
Yes.
That
indeed.
seems to be the theme. A lot of beards coming out of that bullpen.
Sean Rodriguez will hit against the lefty, Brian Talent. Over to first. Jaso back in there. Pitch is down to Rodriguez. The Rays left the bases loaded in the 7th inning. They had men at second and third, nobody out. Could not get anybody home. Now 1 on, 1 out in the 8th. And a ground ball fair by the bag at third up the left field line. Jaso heads to third, and Foley will hold him up there on a double by Sean Rodriguez. Sean's first hit of the game, a 2-base hit. Now the Rays have something cooking again.
Now Tony La Russa going to Brian Talent, who's more of a traditional lefty, against Sean Rodriguez. He gets a ball down there over the plate and hammers it right up the line.
So here's Elliott Johnson. And the infield is in. Now Johnson got a run home with a ground ball in the 3rd. He bunted to set up a 2-run 5th. Doubled in the 7th inning. The infield close. And he swings through the first pitch. Strike 1.
Now that was a cutter there by Talent. He's trying to come in. He left that ball out over the plate. Elliott Johnson just swung right through it.
Rays with men at second and third. That double by Sean Rodriguez is the 7th double of this game. Team record is 8 in one game. Johnson swings and misses again.
Yeah, that's the cutter that he wanted the first pitch. That's a good cut fastball. Drops it right under the bat of Elliott Johnson on that pitch. He got it to the right location. I got to figure out a way to make contact. Just put the ball in play and force the defense to make a play.
And the pitch is down. The ball and 2 strikes. Upstairs. Fastball there, and Johnson with a different look up, did not chase. So the count is full. Johnson facing Talent for the first time. You know, Longoria is 6 of 15 lifetime against Talent. Just wondering about that. Evan with the day off.
Doesn't look like he was getting ready.
Nope. There was word that he might be available to pinch hit. 3-2. And Johnson draws the walk after getting down in the count. So the bases are loaded with one out here in the 8th, and a nice job by Johnson. Johnny Damon will be the hitter. And Damon has some success against this guy. Hitting .320 lifetime, 8 of 25 with a home run. Well, as we said earlier, when Damon's around, things happen. We'll see what will happen next here. And he takes a strike. Damon with 2 hits, a double, and a single in this game. Jaso at third, Rodriguez at second, Johnson at first. Damon misses that one. Well, that ball just ran away from him.
Look at that thing really dive out at the very end. Johnny Damon just runs out of bat.
You need an extra long club to reach that one. 2 strikes the count. This one wide. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases are loaded. Here it is. And he makes contact, fouling it away. That's that pitch that just ran away from him before. Just kept going. And he managed to foul it off to keep the at-bat going.
Well, if Brian Talent had any confidence in his regular 4-seam fastball, this is the time that you throw it in.
1-2 again. And a fly ball back into center field. That's going to be in between. Rasmus and Jay go all the way to the wall. Jaso scores. Rodriguez scores. Elliott Johnson scores. It's a triple for Johnny Damon. And the Rays break it open. 3-run score. The Rays with a big inning take an 8-3 lead.
And that's why he'd seen too many of those, and he's seen your best. You're going to throw him another one. This one not quite as good. Well, guess what? Now I'm all over it. He goes out in front, puts his little tomahawk swing on it, shoots it out into the center field, gets it between the outfielders, and clears the bases, and the Rays have blown this ball game open.
8 runs, 12 hits for the Rays, and Damon, who had 4 hits last night, has 3 today. And with Damon at third, the infield stays in. The first pitch to Zobrist is a fastball that misses. Swing and a miss at the pitch up. A 1-run charge to Valdez. The other 2 belong to Talent. A double, a walk, and a triple. And looking for his first hit. Swings through it. 1-2. Was started with the 1-out walk to Jaso. Jaso's been in the middle of some Rays rallies 3 times in this game. The pitch is popped into shallow right center. Rasmus there to make the catch and a tag, but no attempt to come down the line. So Damon is still at third base with Zobrist sending a fly ball to shallow center for the second out. Now Matt Joyce will bat. He scored 1 run in the third inning to tie it. They took the lead with 2 in the fifth. St. Louis tied it with a 2-run sixth inning. The Rays right back with 2 in their half to re-establish the lead, and they added on here in the 8th to make it 8-3. There's a strike. Joyce opened the 6th inning with a double. With 12 hits, they have 7 doubles. Damon has just tripled. A foul ball, 0-2. Rays will be headed to Minneapolis. Take on the Twins tomorrow afternoon. Toward the line and right. Jay closing in a hurry is there. He makes the catch, and that'll do it. But the Rays put up 3 on 2 hits and 2 walks. 8-3 on to the ninth. Take advantage of an opportunity to add on Johnny Damon's triple, chasing home Jaso, Rodriguez, and Johnson. So we go to the 9th inning. It's an 8-3 ball game. Kyle Farnsworth came on in the 8th. Got 2 outs. Now he faces Kobe Rasmus to open the 9th. And a ground ball that's going to be gloved by Zobrist. He gets up and throws. Kochman keeps his foot on the bag, and that's out number 1. Well, Zobrist extending himself to the left, and Kochman extending himself to the right to take the throw.
How about that? Ben Zobrist having to range to his left and back. He dives, gets the ball behind him, scrambles, quick throw. Kochman with the nice reach. Boy, nice angle on that.
One away here in the 9th inning, and Daniel Descalso will be the pinch hitter, batting for Molina. The pitch is a strike. Boston batting in the 8th, tied with Houston 1-1. Rays lead in the 9th here. Hot shot down to first. Scoop by Kochman. And that takes care of Descalso. 2 up, 2 down in the 9th inning.
Now the Rays showing some good defense here in the 9th inning. This ball hit pretty hard and Kochman just smothers it. 1 out away.
Well, 2 gone. Mark Hamilton to be the St. Louis hitter. Mets batting in the bottom of the 6th. They're tied with the Yankees 1-1. The pitch is away. 1 ball, no strikes. Rays starting the day running 3rd in the East, 5 back of New York, 2.5 back of Boston. 2-0 the count. It's upstairs. Farnsworth behind Hamilton. 3-0. And that's a strike, picking up the corner. Three and 1. And ball 4. So a 2-out walk puts Hamilton aboard and gets the second baseman Skip Schumacher up here. The Cardinals with a base runner. Second on indifference goes Schumacher, or goes Hamilton, as Schumacher takes the pitch for a ball. Pitch inside. Farnsworth trying to close this one out for Hellickson, who hasn't won a game since the 4th of June when he beat the Mariners in Seattle 3-2. Lost 4 in a row, 3 via the shutout, but the Rays have scored 8 runs for him in this game. 2-1 the count. 8 runs, 12 hits for the Rays today.
And Jeremy did his part, pitching into the 8th inning, giving up just the 3 runs.
And a ground ball. Zobrist has it. Throw to first. It's over. And the Rays are winners. They have beaten St. Louis 8-3. And they take 2 out of 3 from the Cardinals. Hellickson's going to get the victory. Rays are winners 8-3. And we'll be back with the totals in a moment.